And hello everybody, welcome to the Rockingham Speedway, also known as The Rock, here in, what is it, South Carolina, I think?
North Carolina.
North Carolina, okay, thank you, Kyle. And yes, that is the voice of Kyle Matthews, once again, joining me up here in the booth. What's it, Kyle? Been the first time since Phoenix, right? No, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, you're right, that's right, you Kyle commentated Phoenix for me. I thought it was Qual for some reason. But here we go. We are just two races, including this race, two races away from the All-Star race weekend. These drivers are amped up trying to get into the All-Star race because who doesn't want to race for $1 million Monopoly dollars, right?
Monopoly dollars?
Right?
That's all you can afford.
Hey, it's better than forking over $1 million real dollars.
Okay.
Here are your 12 drivers that are currently locked into the All-Star race. Johnny Gardner, who is starting on the outside of the front row. Jessica Shelton, starting, I believe it was 5th. Nathan Hudson, Seth Cole, O'Neal Baldwin, Dylan Young, Paul Minnick, Charles Sanford, Cody Lamas, Trey Wright, Kev Shearer, the asshole, and Josh Drake. I don't know how Kev Shearer managed to win at Talladega, but he did. Anyway, yeah. It's gonna happen. I mean, like it's just gonna happen. Kev knows I'm joking, so I take shots at him in my series because it's fun. Anyways, so we got 40 laps.
I don't know when Kev became the whipping boy of the group, but whatever.
Yep, let's get the commandos. We have 40 laps of racing here at The Rock.
Drivers, start your engines.
Command to fire the engines has been given. Like we said before, these cars getting ready to roll off the grid. And the pace car takes an immediate left turn into the pit wall for I don't know why. All the cars coming off of pit lane. It's definitely
Looking forward to it.
Yep,
Looking forward to this race. Rockingham's one of my personal favorite racetracks. I always loved watching that when NASCAR was racing there.
Trent Dunham has his Dodge on the pole. He's earned his spot also in the Clash for Season 9, if there is a Season 9. I'm still debating to see how this season goes first. Johnny Gardner up there. You got Trey Wright in the 34 car up here as well as they're coming off of Turn 4, coming to get the green flag here at The Rock. Into the restart zone they go. Green flag is out. We're underway.
Good start for Trent. You get to lead him into turn 1 there.
Yep, good. For Trent leading down, nobody's 3 wide, so that's pretty good. Usually when they get 3 wide off of turn 2, doesn't work very well. Trent gonna lead him down off in the corner. Johnny Gardner gonna use the outside lane. Outside lane, not a lot of grip yet up there. We could see it. We could see that grip come into play later on in the race, though. We're looking at Jessica Shelton here. Hasn't had a win this season. She's in the All-Star race, however, from a couple of wins she had last season. You got Cole Deaver, one of Jessica's good friends, up to her outside there. Johnny Gardner managed to get it to the inside. Here comes a Penske teammate, Dylan Young, 2-time winner this season.
Including the Daytona 500, so Dylan's off to a good start to the season.
He won the Daytona 500.
Deaver.
Yep, he won the Daytona 500 and won a couple of weeks ago at Sonoma. Ooh, a couple of cars scraping the wall back there. Okay, back here. Here's our points leader, Joshua Sakuli, back here. Oh, we have an accident.
Yeah, I had a feeling, and it's coming. James Qualls, Shane Lake involved. Austin LaPlante. I don't know if he got a part of that or not, but he's slow here.
Qualls, yep.
Yeah, the way these guys were racing, I kind of saw it right there. A lot of 3-wide racing here in the back, and not really surprised this happened.
Emmanuel Hartnett.
He's got some damage.
Looks like some damage on the 48 car, too, I saw. At least that's what it looked like. I'm not sure. Caution is out though for the first time here at the Rock. As they're scrolling back up to the leader here, your leader is Trent Dunham. We got 40 laps. I'm not sure what the pit strategy will be, but nobody's coming down pit road. At least none of the leaders are coming down pit road. So let's go take a look and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the race. Alright, we're looking here to see what happened. I'm not sure if Qualls was maybe trying to come to pit road or something, but as you can see, the 98, the 24, the 18, they're already 3 wide here. Qualls just goes to the apron like he has some kind of a problem. Couldn't slow down enough, ends up coming right, slides back up to the track right in the 11. The 11 car comes right up, right into the 20. I don't know how the 95, he did get a little bit there, but I don't know how the 95 avoided the initial wreck. You see the 37 car comes right up, hits the wall pretty hard there. The 48 car just trying to avoid it. And Emmanuel Hartnett, another week of bad luck for that 20 car. Shane Lake, not happy about it. I don't even know what was going on here. What was Qualls even thinking? I don't know if he had I don't know if he had an issue or not, but let's go on board.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
They've had a tire go down or something, or just got really loose, got on the apron, not a lot of grip on the apron.
Let's go on board with the bitch. See, it just happened right in front of him. Now let's go on board with the 95. This is a view I want to see. How did he avoid this?
I don't know. That was
He avoided it, even though he did get some damage. But let's go back up for the restart here at the Rock. Alright, welcome back here to Rockingham, North Carolina, as we are getting ready for the restart here. Nobody has retired. Oh, yep, somebody did. Jay Jefferson retired out of the race. Your top 10 as we're coming to the green flag are Trent Dunham, Tony Green, Jessica Shelton, Johnny Gardner, Dylan Young, Cole Deaver, Kyle Matthews, Andrew Davis, Jake Smith, and Cody Lamas. Coming to the green flag for the restart here at Rockingham. Trent Dunham, your leader, but can these guys pass them, or will fuel strategy come into play? Green flag is back out, and Trent got a rockin' restart.
just like the start of the race. I mean, Trent Dunham gets going nicely there, and I'm kind of wondering about now. You know, there's not only one car got knocked out of the race in that wreck, so you have a lot of damaged race cars as the 42 gets up into the wall. It looks like.
Yeah, the 42 car just rode the turn one wall basically through the whole entire corner. I'm not sure what kind of damage that's done to his car.
But there's a lot of damaged race cars at the back of the field, and chances are they're going to fall off the pace, and the leaders are going to catch them. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to come into play.
See Shane Lake back here losing the draft a bit. He is up to speed. He's just, I don't know if his aerodynamics are working. Look at James Qualls up here. He's got his whole rear end damaged, but he's still battling for spots up here. As they're just battling all over the place here. Let's watch this 3 wide action. The 17 car going to go high. Oh, it's this kind of stuff here that we got to watch out for. They don't really hit the wall. They don't bounce off the wall. Uh-oh. Dylan Poteet and Seth Cole.
Wow.
Duh. Friends here. The 2 friends are wrecked with each other. Caution is out again, and Trent Dunham leads them to the caution.
No, that didn't take long.
Nope, not at all. Pace car just having a little love affair with Trent there, apparently. Oh, what's going on back here? Cars slowing down and running into the back of each other.
The 4, what the?
These guys definitely arguing over spots as they're think they're coming to pit road. Yep, here they come, coming to pit road. This is where I've seen a lot of position changes. So we're going to come down to these pit crews and who gets out of pit road first. As you see Victory Lane there. I know Trent Dunham got his car on the pole, but the question will remain: can his pit crew get him out first? He has a number 1 pit stall. And he has a clear entry to his pit stall behind him with that 42 car. Alright, we're watching here. Is he going to be the first out of pit road? Michael Whitman comes in. He is going to be the first out of pit road. Jessica Shelton gains a couple of spots, as well as the 2 of Dylan Young. So the 12 car lost a couple of positions coming off pit road, as we're going to go ahead and take a look at the caution and then come back for the restart. Alright, we're looking at the wreck here. I don't know what Seth was thinking. He just comes down, clips Dylan Poteet, sends Poteet up into Ace Garcia. Poteet slides, and so does Seth Cole. I don't know what happened here. Seth, man, what were you thinking? As Poteet's car rebounded off the 360, Levi McIntyre got a piece of it. Seth just spins out, backs it into the wall. Both cars. I don't know what you were thinking, Seth. I don't know what you were thinking.
This is very bizarre. At first it looked like, Seth was coming down and Dylan was coming up, but now it looks like it was just the 98 that kind of hooked the 31. I don't know. That was really weird.
Yep. Well, I'm sure there's going to be a conversation between those two after this race, as we're going to go back up for the restart. Welcome back to Rockingham, North Carolina, as we're getting ready to restart the race here. We got Dylan Poteet on the inside. I guess he fell 1 lap down when he had to go to pit road. But top 10, Trent Dunham, Tony Green, Jessica Shelton, Dylan Young, Johnny Gardner, Jake Smith, Jonathan Zornline, Kyle Matthews, Kyle Langland, and Charles Sanford. So we get all 3 S3 Motorsports cars up into the top 10. Here, as you see them coming off of turn 4.
Those 3 and then 2 Penske cars in the top 10. So some teams running well so far.
Trent Dunham all by himself as the lone Dodge. Green flag is back out. Ooh, Trent didn't get a good restart, but Dylan Poteet sure did. And now Trent's going to stay high, and that's probably going to cost him the lead. Tony Green to the inside trying. Oh, no, maybe not. Look at Trent battle back with the outside line there.
That's a strong run there for the one of Trent Dunham. I thought the 31 would hold these guys up, but he appears to be up to speed somewhat despite the rear end damage.
Just trapped on the outside line. Oh, Shelton back here losing some spots. Almost bounces off the wall. And Kyle Matthews trying to gain some spots as he's now right behind his teammate. And is going to probably look underneath her. Maybe not. All 3 S3 Motorsports cars now, right here. He crossed the line in 7th, so we got 6th, 7th, and 8th right here. S3 Motorsports cars, as you see Dylan Young go underneath his teammate. Jess going to look for the outside line maybe to get around the 5. That might cost her. Good battle up here as the leader, Trent Dunham, has kind of just broke away a little bit from the rest of them. Still
mentioned early on that outside line could come into play here as the race goes on, and
definitely seeing it. As now both the S3 Motorsports cars now get around Jess. Oh, Kyle. Oh, the 12 had to really back off there.
What happened to Gardner there? Him and the 09 about got together. Good job of both of them to keeping it.
See, here's the thing. S3 Motorsports, I guess you could say, could be affiliated with a little bit of Hendrick because Cole Deaver, driving the 88 car, good friends with all 3 members of S3 Motorsports. I could see them working together.
Looks like Sanford now caught on the outside as Shelton goes underneath him. Beaver trying to go through with the 94 as well. He got the 14 is 14 and 4. So two more teammates right here out of Stewart Haas Racing. The 14 and the 4 up here at the top 10. So
Oh,
a lot of these
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. That was just very close because the outside line gets a good run off of 2, but it doesn't do well in 3 and 4. I see Charles. Charles Carr must be really ill handling because he is just kind of falling off the pace a little bit here, letting cars go by. Oh,
I thought the 94 and the 03 were going to make contact. That would be very surprising. Goes to Jessica Shelton and Charles Sanford. They actually both own S3 Motorsports.
Kyle Matthews has moved himself up into the 4th position now behind Trent, Tony Green, and Dylan Young here.
Not trying to blow my own horn here, but did I mention that Rockingham is one of my favorite racetracks before this race started?
Yes, I believe you did. Looking back here at some of the cars back here. There's definitely one thing. Benjamin Miles needed a good finish. He got a decent finish at Texas last week. He was so close. He was trying to win, couldn't get it done. A couple of pit stops at the end tossed him mid-pack, but he fought his way. He got a decent finish last week, but here he is back in 29th place this week, not having a good run here.
Still feel bad about what happened. Feel bad for him. What happened at Phoenix was up front leading the race and got caught up in a crash.
Speaking of getting caught up, Charles Sanford still in the back here, losing spots. Ever since that incident at Auto Club, karma has really come back to bite Charles Sanford. Look at this. Kyle Matthews caught up to the back bumper of the 2 of Dylan Young, and also up here we could have a battle for the lead.
Yeah, Trent Dunham said this thing auto himself, but always starting to get some company. It's like we could have a 4-car battle for the lead here pretty soon.
Yeah, they're definitely getting very close. You see the 62 back off a little bit. That could give the 2-car a run down the back straightaway. As you see him looking, but I don't think he can stick his nose in there. What's the one thing that they tell you about the racing here, and that's in turn 3 and 4? That's to stay off the brakes.
Oh yeah.
Here comes Kyle Matthews underneath Dylan Young. He's gonna try to take 3rd place, and he does. Kyle Matthews started this race in, I believe, the 7th position.
Yep.
Fell back a little bit, but then definitely has worked his way up after these couple of cautions. Kyle Matthews, the only S3 Motorsports car that's not locked into the All-Star race. Come on back here, Seth Cole a little bit off the pace here. Shane Lake off the pace. Emmanuel Hartnett, a couple of these cars that were involved in wrecks. Surprisingly to see James Quall still up here, 36th place, involved in a wreck, but still having a decent day, trying to keep from, trying to gain spots, get as much points as he can, and he really needs to stop trying to talk fast. Something has really happened to Charles Sanford. He is just dropping.
It's like he can't keep his car on the bottom. Might be really tight or something, because he's seen him on the outside, just losing position after position. So the handle looks like it's gone away on the 03.
It's very possible. He just loses a spot to O'Neal Baldwin. You got Cody Lamas up here, Cole Deaver, Carson Gum, Johnny Gardner. The pace car.
Well, this race is really gone by fast here. We're closing in on 10 laps to go already.
We do. I don't know if these cars will actually have enough fuel to make it. Let's look at Dylan Young. Dylan Young gonna poke his nose underneath that number 09. He's gonna go for 3rd place. He got 3rd place actually. Yep. And Kyle Matthews loses a spot to Dylan Young, but none of these guys can catch Trent Dunham. The question's gonna be, is pit strategy. When do these guys have to pit? Because I don't know if they're going to make it all the way on fuel.
They didn't pit after that first caution, but they did after the second caution. I forget when exactly, what
that was
lap
back
number
in
that happened.
the early to late teens. It's been about 20 laps since then.
Now Dylan Young goes to second spot around the 62 of Tony Green.
Yep, and Kyle Matthews
One
going to
person
look
that
for it
loves,
too.
yeah, one person loving all this battling for position is Trent Dunham. He has really pulled away from these guys. I thought we were going to have a 4-car battle for the lead here, but Trent's really pulled away. And look, and here comes. Well, speaking of which, Trent's coming down pit road, so that answers your question, Michael, on the fuel and the pit strategy.
Yep, couple laps shy on making it the full distance. Dylan Young, I think, can he stretch it, or is he just going to end up pitting this time by?
I can't imagine anybody. I mean, these cars all came down pit road at the same exact time. I can't imagine anybody being able to make it all the way.
Yep, here comes Dylan Young, Shelton, the 14, Dylan Pote, who's a lap down. Here comes the rest of them coming down pit lane. Oh, the 95 car just pulled up right in front of the 31 car. 92 is really slow, but staying out. Got to look up ahead here. Trent Dunham right here. But there's also a car that pitted earlier from everybody, and that was the 21. You see Cody Smart in the 92 car I thought was going to pass Trent. I guess not. The 92 car technically is second.
The way things are looking, it looks like Trent Dunham's going to have the lead after all these pit stops have take place. It's like a pretty clean stop. He's out ahead of everybody.
He just passed Dylan Young. Trent Dunham could cycle around as the leader, and he's got quite a big lead over the second place driver, which in turn is battling right here. Trent Dunham takes the lead with 6 laps to go after a cycle of pit stops, and he's catching lap traffic, and I don't think the other cars can catch him.
Okay, it's popped up into the top 5. It's the 5 car. Was that Zorline?
Yep, Jonathan Zorline in the 5 car. Look at him get a run off.
Really talked though.
Look at him get the run off of 4 and go to the inside of Dylan Young. Get Dylan Young trying to block him.
Haven't mentioned the 5 car all day, but he's popped up here into the top 5. So a good job on pit road by his crew to get him out there in the what is that? The 4th position, I believe it says.
I thought the 5 was. I thought the 5 car was in the 5th position with 5 laps to go, but you know. And there's Shelton back here. So they're going to go around that car. Now they got to worry about Seth Cole basically blocking for Trent. Caution!
It's the 13 car.
Is that a caution flag? Nope, it's a caution flag. Caution is out.
I think that's the race right there.
Yep, this race is going to end under the caution flag, and Trent Dunham takes the caution.
So an absolutely dominating performance by Trent Dunham today. He's barring any major catastrophe. He's going to win this race.
Oh, Trent Dunham's first win in, quite honestly, a good long while here in the Budweiser All-Pro Series. Is going to lock himself up a spot in the chase for, in the chase for the championship, but also the All-Star race as he comes off of turn number 4 to see the yellow flag still waving with 2 laps to go. He's just got to make it around 2 more times. He's got Seth Cole, his buddy, right behind him, even though he's multiple laps down. But it was the 13 of Igor Barreto. I still don't know how you say your last name. But he was the one that went around off of somebody's bumper. So we're going to continue to watch Trent here. We're going to speed it up a little bit, speed up the process. Doesn't make an indication like he's coming to pit lane. So Trent's going to get the white and yellow flags here. The white and yellow flags are out. Only 1 car have officially retired out of this race, and that is Jay Jefferson.
pretty impressive considering had had a couple of different accidents today, and only one car fell out. You mentioned during a break that these cars are durable, and they definitely are.
Yep, coming through turns 3 and 4, Trent can be celebrating now. He doesn't have to worry about fuel mileage. He doesn't have to worry about stalling the car. Trent Dunham comes down the front straightaway at a measly pace of 50 miles an hour and wins the Subway 400.
Only Dodge in the field, and it's going to victory lane. So it's pretty cool for that.
Yep, the only Dodge in the field and is going to victory lane, just as Kyle mentioned. Can't wait for this. Can't wait for this to happen. Trent's obviously very excited in the race car. And his whole Dodge team is gonna be in the chase, hopefully, give or take how many wins people have. And he's gonna be in the All-Star race. As we're looking here at the back of the pack here, Charles Sanford comes across the line in 27th position after all that time. As you see Trent here, he comes up along the front straightaway, and he's going to be celebrating a heck of a victory here today. Trent Dunham, his Sega Dodge, celebrating a well-earned victory here today at Rockingham. Slamming the nose against the wall, never letting out of the throttle. As he's pulling his car in the victory lane here. Victory lane right here on the front straightaway. He's going to climb out, and let's go get the results. Alright, as you can see, Trent Dunham went to victory lane. His crew is celebrating. He is celebrating. Trent Dunham, what a heck of a victory here at Rockingham. Heck of a victory. Heck
Absolutely.
of a victory.
Absolutely dominant. Nobody passed him under the green flag. Started on the pole, went coast to coast, and if you believe in numerology, 1 divided by 1 equals 1. So there you go.
Tony Green second, Dylan Young third, Jonathan Zerline fourth, Jessica Shelton fifth, Daniel Bouchard sixth, Kyle Langland in seventh, Paul Minnick eighth, Andrew Davis ninth, and Cole Deaver rounds out your top 10. Then it's Cody Lamas, Carter Friesen, Elijah Gordon, Alexander Rowe, Carson Gum, O'Neill Baldwin, Alfredo Faggio, Benjamin Miles, Nathan Hudson, Kev Shearer round out your top 20. Trey Wright, Johnny Gardner, Jake Smith, Kyle Matthews, Ace Garcia, Joshua Sekuli, our points leader, Charles Sanford, Patrick Smith, William Brock, Josh Drake, Levi McIntyre, and Emmanuel Hartnett round out the cars on the lead lap. So 2 laps down, Seth Cole finished behind Trent Dunham, I guess, in the way the pace car picked up the field. So Dylan Poteet, Seth Cole, I'm sure they had a bit of an altercation after the checkered flag, talking to one another about what happened there. But, so Kyle, great race, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, very entertaining. What I expected out of Rockingham. Always a good racetrack, and we didn't really get the battling for the lead, but they were all up there. A lot of good battling inside the top 5. So it was a fun race to watch for sure.
Trent just had a very strong car today here at Rockingham. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here. Next week we go to Dover, Delaware for the final race before the All-Star race and the next race on the schedule. I want to thank Kyle Matthews so much for joining me. And Kyle, good luck next week at Dover, and hope you can at least get yourself into the All-Star race.
That's the goal here. I thought we could have done it today here at Rockingham, but looks like they had some issues on that round of green flag pit stops. But we got the speed, just need some luck.
Yep, alright. This has been a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best, saying, until we meet again.